For the people who spend all of their rubies on the Triangle Collab banner who want Ian, Fidelica, and Roland, who also want Rinyuu, I wish all of you good luck this time around, because chances are you probably do not have enough rubies to pity her. Rinyuu is a cleric and also a very overpowerful one. She do have some skills that is also good too, but the only two skills you will ever use on her is her channeling skill. Channeling skill is a new type skill where the unit who channeling the effect will have it last until they take another action, they die, or they run out of SP. Channeling skill also has an SP cost you have to pay at the end of every turn, but if you restore more SP in a turn than the cost effect, then essentially you can have the effect go on infinitely. Rinyuu's first channeling skill is Gracious Prayer, which is a region for everyone front and back, and also grant everyone 15% defense up and magic defense up, and also immunity to paralysis and sleep. And since this skill only costs 20 SP to maintain it every turn, essentially Rinyuu can have this up forever, infinitely. The other skill is Crusader Prayer, which is grant everyone front and back 15% attack up, magic up, and damage up, and also immunity to silence and fear. And this is why Wiyu is so strong. She can keep both of these effects up permanently, and both of these effects is really strong. Even without the channeling, this skill is extremely strong by themselves. A region that have defense attached to it, an attack buff that also have damage up attached to it, is something that we have not have yet in Ian. Witcher has something similar to that, but he's only for sword and spear, while Rinyuu is for everyone. And Ophelia also has something similar to the healing and defense, but for Ophelia it's a burst heal, while for Rinyuu it's a regen. Both of her channeling effect, the effect is better and is infinite, so that is why she is really good. And on top of that, both of her support skill also mitigate SP problem for the entire team. And if a unit consumes a lot of SP, for example, character like Darion's or Roland, then you can just put them behind Rinyuu and she will also restore 5% of SP for them. So she is really strong as a support. And as for ultimate, most of the time Rinyuu is just sitting there in the back row, so you're not gonna get to use it much. So therefore, it's fine to leave it at level 1. And also not to mention the effect isn't really that good, so leaving it at level 1 is completely okay. And as for Rinyuu's main weakness, is forced knockback, but at the same time this weakness is also shared for all other channeling character in the future, so it's not really Rinyuu's exclusive weakness. Forced knockback like Blossom, Ruby, Dragon, or Cleric EX5, all of them will interrupt Rinyuu channeling if she is forcefully switched to the front row, so that will be her only weakness. Luckily though, not a lot of enemy in this game does that. Currently in Ian, Rinyuu is the best healer in the game, and she will be for a very long time. And even over there in JP, Rinyuu is still the best healer in the game. Although there are alternatives to Rinyuu though, so she is no longer a must-have. Character like Primrose, EX, and Ogan, the healing isn't as strong as Rinyuu is, but they also provide other utility other than just being a healer. And even then, you can run Rinyuu with one of these two characters because her region is a bit special. Rinyuu region also stack on top of normal region, despite the fact that both of them are active region. So even though Rinyuu region is considered to be active region, it will stack with other sorts of region, like from Apothecary or Cleric. So if Rinyuu healing isn't enough, you can bring Rinyuu and one other healer, so your team will always guarantee be healing to full every single turn. Here is a comparison between Rinyuu and Ophelia healing. So with Ophelia, her defense buff does not come with her region and you apply it through her burst heal instead. So for Ophi, if you want to have the regen effect and the defense effect, you have to use 2 separate skills. And not to mention that they also cost a lot of SP. While over here with Rinyuu, both regen and the defense buff is attached to 1 skill, and also the skill is very cheap too. So it's just an overall a better healing option compared to Ophelia. And not to mention that Rinyuu regen is for everyone on your team, while Ophelia regen is for the front row only, and that Rinyuu regen is infinite, so you cast 1 and then you just never cast it for the rest of the battle unless something interrupted. So in conclusion, if you want to play the game on easy mode, then pull for Rinyuu. I would say that out of all the Memory Traveler, Rinyuu is the most impactful meta-wise when it's come to support healing. So get her.